What if I told you that getting high kill games in Modern Warfare Battle Royale directly correlates to the size of your penis? I'm going to tell you how to get more kills in Warzone. What's up guys, it's Average Ol, making average content for the average viewer, and today I'm going to answer the question, how to get more kills in Warzone. Before we get into it, I'd like to see if we can hit 30 likes on this video, and also if you're new here and like crude, poorly crafted jokes and the sound of a ginger bearded British nerd, as well as some Warzone tips and tricks, then it would be awesome if you'd subscribe. So let's talk about it. So I know some of you out there are getting to the end of the match in Warzone and you're encroaching on the final circle after having hugged the gas the whole game, and your kill count is looking as empty as the armchair in the living room after dad went out for that pint of milk all those years ago. Just to be clear, my dad did actually come back, but whilst he was gone the dog took a massive dump on it and it's never smelt the same since. Anyway, fear not, I'm here to tell you my best tips for getting more kills in Warzone, starting off with my first, and that is use thermal scopes. So usually in a battle royale game, tips where you have to actually find a specific weapon are usually about as useful as a paper condom because of all of the RNG aspects of the game. However, in Warzone it is extremely easy to get any weapon of your choice with the loadout drops. Now obviously, what primary weapon you choose is up for debate, and we will get to that later. But that being said, I would highly recommend using the AX50 sniper rifle with the variable zoom thermal sight on. This is because it makes it so easy to spot enemies, it's ridiculous. This is partly due to the fact that for as far as I can tell, there is no render limit for enemies in Warzone. So when those fools are lit up glowing white, you can literally spot them from across the whole map. What this means is that you are getting two major benefits that will help you get more kills in Warzone. First of all, obviously this allows you to take out these enemies from a distance without actually giving yourself away, especially if you've coupled your thermal sight with some well placed smoke grenades and a suppressor, but it also helps you prevent the main cause of not getting high kill games, and that is dying from some little poos quivering in a bush somewhere like an extremely anxious Ewok. In my 10 hours or so of playtime, I have found that my best games have come from sitting back and scoping the areas out with a thermal sight so I can make a proper judgment of how hot an area is. And then, obviously, going in like the SAS, sending the entire lobby to the gulag quicker than you can say, "Oh shit, sorry boys, I shot him in the face but it must not have registered." Seriously dude, who are you kidding? Anyway, moving on, my next tip is that cash is actually king. Now, if HMRC are watching this, I obviously mean the cash in game. You can't tax that, buddy. But honestly, cash in this game is super important. My best advice to you guys would be when you are first dropping in, zoom into the map and find an area with at least 2 contracts in it, and then split up your squad and start those contracts straight away, putting anyone down who stands in your way. Then you'll have enough money to buy your custom loadout straight off the bat, as well as a UAV. After that, go to your nearest bounty contract. This will show you the location of a nearby squad. Now, the chances are that these guys will still be rushing around a building, not paying attention, trying to find something better than a Baron M13. Use this to your advantage and rush the shit out of them with your thermal scope and UAV, and boom, you have got upwards of 2 kills and you still have time to paint a silly pattern on your buggy before heading into the first circle. Now I want to talk to you guys about the weapons. I saw a video earlier from the exclusive Ace. For those of you who don't know, he is an amazing COD tuber who specialises in finding out the in-depth statistics of weapons and puts in a hell of a lot of work to give us the best chance we can at picking a gun that doesn't feel like an airsoft gun. Anyway, in today's video he was discussing the best guns for Warzone, and he made what I think to be an extremely valid point. He said that when we discuss the best weapons in multiplayer, the statistic that is most telling is the time to kill. This is because everyone is generally running around at full health and getting a kill usually takes less than a second. However, in Warzone, everyone you come across will have varying levels of armour, so the time to kill will be drastically different from player to player. So that stat that we need to be more considerate of here is damage per second. Now what he's discovered to be extremely interesting is what he describes as being the definitive best gun in the game. Obviously, I've been using the M4 as my custom gun, and to be fair, it is still a very valid choice, as is the MP5 and the other dominant guns from multiplayer. However, he said that in his opinion, the best gun in Warzone, and thus the gun that will help you get more kills in Warzone, is actually the AUG. There is a slight caveat to this, however. He said that the AUG is made 1,000,000 times better when used with the larger 5.56 ammo conversion and the longer barrel, making it more like an assault rifle rather than an SMG. Couple that bad boy with the AX-50's one-shot headshot ability and you'll be sure to be tearing through the lobby like a fat chick through an all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet. Now finally, my last tip is to adjust some of your settings. First of all, I want to talk about sensitivity. Look, I know it's a sensitive subject. Sorry. Couldn't resist. But you might find that when you're coming from multiplayer that your sensitivity might be a little bit too high when ADSing. In multiplayer there is more of an emphasis on being able to turn on people quickly because you are always in and out of gunfights due to the condensed nature of multiplayer matches. But in Warzone, the vast majority of your gunfights are going to be at a medium to long range, and because of the higher health of your enemies, it is much more important that you have a comfortable sensitivity so that you can maintain your accuracy over long periods of time and hit those shots. Finally, a small but very useful tip is to change your minimap from circle to square. I didn't make this change until late last night and I already saw a massive difference. By changing it to square, you're actually giving yourself 15% more visibility on the minimap, meaning that you are less likely to miss someone who has just shot out of the corner of your eye. So there we have it, my best tips for how to get more kills in Warzone. I hope you found some of them useful. I'll be updating these Warzone tips videos as time goes on and new metas are formed. So to stay up to date, make sure that you hit that notification bell and tell me that you have done so in the comments. I'll feature a few of them in my next video. Now, as some of you who have watched these videos before may know, I like to see who sticks around until the end. So, if you're still here, I'd like you to let me know by answering this question down below. If you were offered $1 million but you had to leave your loved ones without saying a word for a year, would you take the money or would you go back to your job always wondering what life could have been like? Anyway, that's it from me today. I'm Average Joel. Peace.